Imagine you're a spy deep inside hostile territory. It's the height of the Cold War, and your world is the gray, watchful expanse of Moscow or East Berlin. Every shadow seems to hold a figure. Every quiet moment feels like the breath before a storm. The air itself is thick with suspicion, a city-wide web of informants and secret police, the Stasi, the KGB, whose only purpose is to find people exactly like you. In this world, your worst nightmare isn't a cinematic firefight on a bridge at midnight. That's a fantasy. The reality of your failure is far quieter, far more chilling. It's the mundane horror of a polite, firm tap on the shoulder while you're buying bread, followed by a low, calm voice that says, "Come with us." There's no struggle, no escape, just the silent finality of being swallowed by the state. This is the ever-present threat that shapes your every move. So the most critical question you face daily isn't about what intelligence to gather, but how to survive long enough to pass it on. How do you know a trusted meeting spot, a place you've used a dozen times, hasn't been burned? How can you be certain it's not now a carefully prepared stage, with the counterintelligence service waiting in the wings for you to make your entrance? How do you avoid walking straight into a trap that will erase you from the world? The modern solutions are unthinkable. You don't call your handler. Every phone line is a potential listening post. Every operator a potential informant. You don't send a message. There are no encrypted apps, no private servers. This is an analog world of paper, ink, and radio waves, all of which are relentlessly monitored. Back then, any signal, no matter how cleverly disguised, was a risk. A brief radio transmission could be triangulated. A coded advertisement in a newspaper could be the loose thread that unravels an entire network. Any detectable communication could cost someone their life, or worse, the lives of everyone they worked with. Faced with this paralyzing challenge, intelligence agencies developed an elegant solution: a silent, human-powered alarm network. This system was the antithesis of modern technology. It was invisible, untraceable, and powered by the most reliable resource available: human discipline. It required no batteries because its components were people. It left no electronic signature because it produced no broadcast. Its genius lay in its simplicity, using prearranged signals hiding in plain sight, woven into the very fabric of the city. These were signals designed to be seen only by those who knew to look, and to be utterly meaningless to everyone else. The first step was establishing the vocabulary of this silent language. Agents and their handlers would meticulously scout and select multiple signal sites, ordinary, forgettable places that no one would ever look at twice. A specific lamppost on a busy street, a particular drain pipe in a quiet alley, a loose brick in a garden wall. The key was that these locations had to be observable from a distance and part of a natural, everyday route. The signals themselves were just as mundane. A scuffed chalk mark near a stairwell, easily mistaken for a child's game. A small piece of colored tape tucked under a park bench, invisible unless you knew exactly where to feel for it. A matchbox left on a specific windowsill that should never have a matchbox on it. Even the orientation of an object could carry meaning. A flower pot turned a certain way, a pebble placed on a specific fence post. Each of these tiny, insignificant alterations to the urban landscape was a billboard broadcasting a critical message, but only to a single person. The presence of a red thumbtack might mean, "Go, the dead drop is active, proceed as planned." A blue one could mean, "Wait, delay for 24 hours and check again." And the absence of any mark, where one was expected, was the most urgent signal of all. Abort. The site is compromised. The operation is off. Disappear. The rule that held this entire system together was unwavering discipline. The network relied on a strict schedule of checks, performed by different people on entirely separate, boring routines. One support agent, perhaps a university librarian, might have a route that took her past a signal site on her way to work in the morning. Another, a factory worker, would pass the same spot on his way home at dusk. Their paths would never cross. They might not even know of each other's existence. Their only connection was the silent mark they were both trained to observe. This redundancy was the system's strength. If the morning check revealed the go signal, the agent proceeding to the dead drop could move with confidence. But if the handler detected surveillance or was arrested overnight, they would fail to place the mark. The agent checking in the morning would see nothing. The message was clear. Stand down. The operation is frozen. No questions asked. The genius wasn't the symbol itself. It was the certainty provided by its absence. No signal was a signal. This system was reactive in real time. If a handler or a lookout spotted signs of increased surveillance near a dead drop site, an unfamiliar car parked for too long, the same two men reading newspapers on a bench for hours, they could neutralize the threat instantly. A single, pre-planned action, like leaving a misplaced newspaper on a specific bench or turning a curtain in a particular upstairs window, could act as an emergency brake, freezing an entire operation moments before an agent walked into custody. More complex messages could be transmitted the same way, using a sequence of sites. An urgent warning could be spelled out without a single word. An agent's routine walk to the market could take them past 3 innocuous spots in a specific order. The first site, a chalk mark, might mean danger. The second, a piece of tape, might specify you. The third, an empty windowsill, might confirm are being followed. Each site carried one piece of the message, like a single word in a sentence. The security of this chain was absolute. If even one signal in the sequence looked off, was missing, or appeared tampered with, the entire message was considered compromised, and the chain stopped cold. The agent would immediately abort their route and initiate emergency protocols. This layered approach ensured that even if one part of the network was being watched, the full message remained secure. To operate in this environment demanded a superhuman attention to the ordinary. It required an almost meditative awareness of your surroundings. You had to master the art of the eyeline check, scanning windows, doorways, and rooftops for watchers without ever appearing to look. Your timing had to be like a metronome, arriving at checkpoints at the exact minute, never early, never late, because deviation itself was a signal. And above all, it demanded a profound, almost inhuman patience. The kind of patience that allows you to walk past a dead drop you know is filled with life-saving intelligence or a month's salary, simply because the street felt 1 degree too alert. Because a curtain was drawn that is usually open. Because your instincts screamed that something was wrong. Greed or impatience got you caught. Patience kept you alive. This wasn't about romance or adventure. It was a cold, hard calculus of risk management. The entire philosophy was built on fundamental principles of security. Reduce touch points to minimize exposure. Push decisions to the edges, empowering the agent on the ground to make the final call. And build a resilient network where silence itself carries meaning. Today, our world is the opposite. Everything pings. Everything connects. Everything leaves a digital footprint. We broadcast our locations, our thoughts, our associations, creating a permanent, searchable record of our lives. We've traded the cloak of anonymity for the convenience of connection. But in that contrast, the old lesson still hits with profound force. The safest signal is, and always will be, the one the world never notices. The message that is seen only by the person trained to look for it, while remaining perfectly invisible to everyone else. That is the art and the enduring power of a silent alarm.